Hey guys, Bam here. So today I want to talk about the economy of resonators. It used to be like 200, divine for 200. Now it's closer to 300, as you can see here. And the reason why is I think a lot of people are actually doing this strategy. So what now? What do we do now? Well, it has a use. You can sell them, but you can actually use them too. So this is exactly what we'll do here. Um, Sadly, I had to redo the video two times over. I don't know what's up, but my OBS is having a hard time. It keeps crashing and some audio files are not working. So hopefully this one is good. Since you are stuck with so many resonators, I guess the only way out is to actually learn to use them. And as the wise Dave Chappelle once said,
Gotcha, bitch!
alright, let's talk about the fossils first. So the reason why fossils are super powerful is that they have something that there isn't anywhere else but this crafting mechanic is actually blocking. So as you can see here, for example, the jagged fossil, more physical but no chaos modifier. So we can use that to our advantage to block some mods we don't want to roll on it. In this video, I'll give a couple of examples. First off, we will start with some clusters. So as you can see here, we have a large cluster jewel, and this is exactly what we'll be crafting. I'll give you a couple of examples, but just try to learn the theory about it. Then you can actually apply it to, let's say, your build, the type of clusters you are doing. Once you learn how to do it, it'll be super easy. It's pretty straightforward. Plus, you get the odds. So, all right, let's get to it. All right, so the best place to learn how to craft in theory without using it in game is Craft of Exile. I will leave the link into the description, but it's pretty straightforward. craftofexile.com. So what we'll do here is just learn the theory and then apply it to a real item in game. So for example, uh, my build is using a large cluster jewel. So we click on cluster jewel and then large cluster jewel. The one I'm using right now is attack damage while holding a shield. Exactly what we'll do. And then it has three small passive skills. It has advanced guard, martial prowess, and prodigious defense. So, defense. All right. So now this is what we want. And notice that there's two prefixes on large cluster jewels and one suffix, which can be a passive. On the medium clusters, only two prefixes and no suffixes are actually a passive skill. And on small clusters, it's only one. Alright, next we have to check the item level needed. So here you can see it says item level 50, so our item needs to be at least 50. And here 1, so any cluster, and here 1. So what we can do is actually block the next thing we don't want, like here 68, 75. We can block all of those if our item level is 67. So in between 50 to 67. So we'll put here item level 67. And then the next step, as you can see here, some of them were blocked because they can no longer roll. So it gives us more chances of hitting what we want. And then we choose a crafting method. So as I said, we're using fossils. So we have all of those. And then we just click here on compute best selection. It can go up to 4 fossils. And yeah, I'll speed this up. Alright, now that it's done, we can see the odds of getting it. So here is the least try possible. But I always check this side instead. So the cost efficient method is using the serrated fossil, and it will take us on average 9 times. And the cool thing about Craft of Exile is actually counts the price, but I think it's actually cheaper than this. It's about 2.5 chaos per try, so even better. Maybe it's because it's taking into account the Settlers League instead. So yeah, this is it. So we'll do just that. Use a single slot resonator with serrated fossils. Cool. Let's get to the game. All right, so I went to the trade website, added item level to between 50 to 67, but I've just noticed it's actually super pricey, at least 3 divines. So instead, what we'll do is just buy a item level 83 maximum. The reason why we want maximum 83 is because we're actually blocking all the 84. So if we check this instead, 83, we're all blocking the modifier that are 84. All of those, you have one that's 84. See, blocked. All those modifiers are actually blocked, so we have more chances of getting what we're trying to. Um, and I can recompute the best selection for it. Alright, so we have everything we need in game and all our clusters. So what you can do is actually hold shift while dragging the resonators, and you can split them and do the same for fossils. Then yeah, we hope for the best. Here, cool thing is whenever you do this, you have a chance of getting other stuff that you're not looking for, but here we have 3 passive on the very single hit. As you can see here, it's at least 100 chaos, and this has been there for 3 days, so probably more than that. So we'll set it aside. As soon as you made profit, you can move and start from another base. Here we have 2. Oh, this is a bug. If you have any resonators in your inventory, you cannot shift click. If you don't, be fine now. And if you want, you can always check what are those worth. And you, as you can see here, 80 chaos, so you can stop there. If you want, you can also apply a exalted orbs, or use also orb of annulment if you want. So it will do just that. And we, unfortunately, we didn't hit a prefix, but still, it's worth money. And then on the last one, drive the destruction and martial prowess, are those worth anything? 80 chaos. I'll reroll over it. Those 100 chaos. So as you can see, it's super easy to make currency with this. All of those were 60 chaos, so already in the green. So we'll buy some more and come back to it. Okay, next we have elemental damage, large cluster jewels, and we're trying to get all those 3 passive skills. But if we stumble upon some of them that are actually worth money, we'll just stop. As we can see here, the most cost efficient one is prismatic. And here I split those, meaning it's calculating if it has both of them plus the suffix. So yeah, hopefully we get something good out of it. Alright, so let's put our fossils into our resonators and start crafting. 5 of them here. It needs to be used on a rare, so make sure you use an orb of alchemy before crafting. Yeah, let's start. So the widespread destruction anyway we saw here is pretty bad. No one needs it, so we'll just reroll over it. But it's a good thing price checking stuff. Here we got a good example of 2 passives that are needed. But roll over. We could always use an exalted orb on it. Again, the same thing, but and yeah, it's pretty much price checking until you get used to it. You need to price check. This isn't bad. So we'll put it aside. Those clusters were only 5 chaos each, so yeah, at 80 chaos it's already a big profit. That widespread is pretty bad. And there we go. Exactly what we're looking for. As you can see, 7 divines. I crafted a couple of them. So here are some of the cells. You can see almost 6 divines, 5.9 divine. And I instantly sold it. So yeah, it was under the price of the others. So again, here, 6 divine. And by the way, those base clusters are 5 chaos, so it's extremely cheap to craft. And a huge profit margin. By the way, the quote-unquote failed one also sell, as you can see here, 100 chaos. And 1 year for 70 chaos, so yeah, you can just rebuy some and then go over and over again. Just make sure you don't craft only one type of cluster though. So yeah, this is the base. Of course, you can craft a bunch of different items. As I said, you can craft clusters for your own, or if you want, you can craft clusters for what's most played or the easiest to craft for profit. In order to do that, you can either check the content creators build, or you can always go on PoE on Ninja and then check what's being played. For example, let's say on the Lion, the Scavenger. What type of cluster are they using? Okay, medium cluster jewel with the increased brand damage. Okay, now how do I craft Grand Design and Remarkable or Grand Design and Seeker runes? And then whenever you get one or the other, you know it will sell because some people are playing it. And here we have increased lightning damage, so yeah. So the most important part is knowing how to use Craft of Exile. Yeah, I will do another video on crafting body armors. Just let me know in the comment if you want anything crafted with fossils. There's a bunch of stuff that can be crafted with fossil with ease. As I said, because blocking is super powerful. Hopefully this video helped you with crafting, and as always, take care guys.